Okay, welcome. This is Art 100. This is my newest recording on it. And right here, I've opened the course, which you can see right here. I have two courses I'm teaching, but I'm going to go into this one. I'm going to go into it and look at it in teacher view. And I do know that I was kind of wrong on the no shows by a little bit. The no shows for the 12-week course, meaning when I have to report where where a person has not done any work in the course, is the 14th of February. The 14th of February, I have to report. So you need to have done work before that day. And you need to get work done in Pearson's Revel. Okay. So what is Pearson's Revel? Pearson's Revel is right down here. Now, if I go in here to access Pearson Revel, we're viewing this in the teacher view. That way I can show you more. All right. If I view it in student view, I cannot show you as much. But if you've never, you may even still have to use this just to be able to get into your account. But do click this to start with. Do click this, everybody, to start with, so you can get into Pearson's Revel. And remember, my no-show date is February the 14th. I usually teach a 16-week course, and the 16-week course would be 1 week after the start of the course. Like if it starts on a Monday, it would be that next Monday I'd have to start recording no shows. But since this one is a 12-week course, it's at the end of that week. It's at the end of that week, not the next Monday. So look, what do I need you to do? I need you to get in here and look at your first week's assignments. Okay, so this one probably doesn't have any test in it, but these right here, they do. Visual World may not have anything much to do, but all these are due the first week. So let's open up one of them right here. See how these little arrows open up? Let's move that over there because it's in the way. If we open up this right here, shows you what to do, learning objectives, but you get in here and you get in here and you see how these have a whole bunch of items and they're worth points. That's what I am going to look at. Did you do work the first week of the class? And the class starts next week, okay? On the 10th, all right? I think. Let me look. So this is the 10th, and then on the 14th, I have to do no shows, okay? So I've opened it up early. I opened up actually a couple of days ago. So you need to be in there working on these right here, at least. I'd like for you to get them done. But if you have some work in them, I can't give you a no-show. You have to get some work done in these so I don't give you a no-show. Now there's a whole bunch of chapters down through here, and if you notice these right here, these open up in a certain time and date, and they close in a certain time and date. Students ask me, "Oh, can you open it back up?" No, it opens a certain time and date. Now here's the thing about the whole course, the way it's set up. But first off, let's go ahead and say that first off. Most of your work is done in Pearson's Revel. 70% of your grade is Pearson's Revel. Are you following me? Yes. That's a lot. Okay. 20% of your grade, of your overall grade, is the final. Don't forget to take the final because the final at the very end of the course, some people close it all out and go on vacation before the final opens. You need to take the final because if you don't take the final, you could lose a whole letter grade. So make sure you take the final. All right. Now, my primary way of getting hold of people is through announcements. Back to this essay, though. I said Pearson's Revels, 70% of your grade. That's definitely need to get in there and get that done. All right. And the final's 20. So what's the other 10? The other 10 are these modules, and they're little short writing assignments where you have to read about a thing. It could be like two different art periods, or two different artists, or two different types of architecture, and you compare and contrast them. And you do that by writing about where it's from, or who did it, or how they did it, and how it's different from the other. And you have to name the names of the artists or the names of the places. And if you don't, I'm going to count off on it because I want you to be writing these with some detail in them. If they're just general, you could have wrote about anything. then it's not going to get a very good grade. And do write at least 3 good. That will definitely give me an A. And it'll force me to give you an A for the writing that you did. At least 3 good sized paragraphs. What's a paragraph? A paragraph's at least 3 sentences make a paragraph. And in these 3 sentences and 3 paragraphs, you're going to put in some details about that particular topic. Okay? So if it's a cathedral, you're going to write about where it's at, what's the name of it, uh, who worked on it, everything you can find. But don't copy paste. Do not copy paste. Copy paste is bad. It's called plagiarism. We don't call it plagiarism, but I just wanted you to read about it. We call it originality. And there's an AI that reads your writings for originality, and it can see where people have just copy pasted things. And I will talk to you about that if I see you get flagged for it. And that is something you don't want to get flagged for. So put it in your own words. Put everything in your own words. You should do this for everything, all your courses. I'm just telling you what some teachers won't tell you. And that is if you just copy something straight out of off the internet or out of well, that's where you get it, because you do it digitally, and then you would put it right into the writing without changing anything, and it wouldn't be your own work. So you need to rewrite it and make it your own. You do need to have the details in it, though, as to who, what, where, and why they did this differently from each other. And that would be like whether it's artists or architecture or whatever. But you need to make sure you on this. But here's the deal: these writings, they only count 10% of your overall grade. The whole lot of them count 10%. So you could literally still have an A. But you see, here's the thing: what if you didn't do as good in your 70% of all of your work you had to do for Pearson's? Okay. Now there's some other here, like here's some more chapters right here. See, you'll find these, like here's chapters 3 and 4. Hit that little arrow. That's how you do that. See, that's how you bring up different folders. I'm going into this a whole lot for you. This doesn't have anything in it, but this has a lot more tests. And all these are they won't open all at the same time, but I've got it set very liberally for you, where you can, like, okay, so it's like when I mean that, I mean I'm not opening it and closing it on a certain day. It'll I have these open. The assignments are all open 2 weeks before they're due, as best as I can do. So I've opened every one of them to open 2 weeks before they're due. And I'll show you something else on this. But here, let me get to these. These are some mid-course uh, surveys I have down here that I'm going to open up later. You go on down to here, and then the finals here, and all that's here. These aren't open because I don't need them. And I have that final hidden. I can only open the final when they let me open the final. Okay, and it says right here that I'm going to open the final on this right here. The finals were 20%. The final will be open on May the 5th. So I can't open the final for this course till May the 5th. I report the no-shows on the 14th. But the finals open, that's way on down the road. I can't even open it till then because that's when it says I can. All right, so let's go in and look at the course itself. All right, I'm going in through here because this lets me in this way. Now, as far as the book goes, you don't have to buy a book because the book is a digital book and all the tests are in the digital book. So for me, I'm going in this way, and I'll show you how I've got it set up. All right. If it's going to let me in. Hopefully, it will let me in. Maybe I need to click on it again. All right. We cannot access it. Oh, that's great. Here we go. Let's try it again. All right, here it goes. It looks like it's going to work this time. Let's try it again. Okay, now we're in. All right, so we're just going to say we're in. We're good right here. Here's where I have my settings at. I want to show you this. So I set this up really good for you. Now everything's due at 5 p.m. That's just the time I have to set, and it's Eastern Standard Time, which is America, Kentucky, Somerset time, Somerset, Kentucky. I have it set for points. All right, and it's the points should transfer over into Blackboard. If they don't, let me know. I'll force it to share it with it. If it still doesn't want to do it, I'll call the Blackboard people and find out what's going on, or the Pearson's people and find out what's going on. But usually, all that kind of stuff can be fixed. Here we go. Look, here's module quizzes. Now I have three different. I have different options here. There's unlimited. There's three. There's one. There's two. Unlimited is just too much, but I give you three. You get -1, and these were set all down through here for 50% off each time you took or retook or were late on an exam. I thought that was too much. That doesn't really make a person want to retake it if you're going to have 50% off anyway. What if something happens in your life where there's like a thing that happens that's going to keep you from taking the test? You need to be able to take that test later. And right here, I've got it set for 3 tries. So these are multiple choice tests. You should be able to get them in 3 tries. It's like the final has 3 tries as well, and it's multiple choice. So don't stress out. This right here is 10% off late for each item. 10%. That was set at 50. Okay, -1 point. I can't change this. This is there, and you have to have some kind of tiny penalty on there because you want people to actually do the work on time. But since I'm only taking off 10%, it's not going to hurt as bad. Okay, so here's the points. Here's the way it is. You can see it. I've set it up very much in your favor to help you because I know things happen. Things happen that cause people not to be able to take the test. Now, let's say there's some kind of deal with Blackboard where it goes down for a week. I'll extend out assignments, okay? In Revel, I will extend out assignments if it's like a big group thing that happens to everybody. But you can actually go check your grades in here. I can't right now because there's people in that are already in the course that just got in. This is my second video on this. I wanted to make an even better video. But yeah, that's Pearson's. And so what you want to do is you want to get into the course. Now here's the stuff you want to find also. If you're just now getting in, this is the module overview. And this video will be in here. And down here about the course. And of course, this video will be in here. Again, this is the book. You should be able to have access to the video again. Here is instructor and grading information. And I have the video in there. Like, I make sure you get this video. And now here, I don't have any grades associated with this, but some people might need to take this optional mini computer skills course. Maybe you've never done anything online. This would help you. It's right here in the very opening part. All right. Now, right down here, some more stuff about academic and college resources in case you need to get into Blackboard technical help, and everything you need to know. I think this is just a repeat of some of that other, but right down here it goes into the very first, what to do the first week, welcome, part 1, visual world. See how you open that up? If you close these, it's like this. Open that back up. Now you should be able to go to Gradebook to check on your grades. It'll look different from mine. But yeah, you can see this is not that hard to do. And see if you go to the next chapter. I have students who have failed this course because they did not know how to go and open tabs. Yeah. So some of you might be going, why is he going over the most simplest thing? There's 5 writing assignments, by the way. And like this one says, you can't access this until these dates. So it's between these dates and these dates that you can access this. And I will be looking for originality. I'll be looking for how much detail in it. I'll be looking for, and I can tell you, if you write a whole page on these writing assignments and it doesn't flag it and it looks really good, I'll have to give you an A, because you wrote so much. Writing too little will cost you a grade on that. Can cost your grade and not give you as good a grade as you'd want. Like I have a midterm here, surveys again. Basically, here's more stuff. Like, see, just open the tabs. You'll open a tab, and then to get to the next tab, you'll have to open another tab, and then you'll have where you need to go. And this right here just tells you the learning objectives and what to do. Okay? So there you go. And I had to put this together. There may be still a few bugs in it from where I did this before, because I copied this over from an old shell, but it made me redo all the links. So if there's any dates on there that conflict, do let me know in a message, and I'll go in and tell me where it's at, and I'll go and fix it. I think I changed most everything. The dates for the assignments are actually the dates for the assignments, because I had to put in each and every link. Okay. So when you click on them, and these are the dates right up here when they're due, I had to redo all this. But if you find some odd date in there somewhere that doesn't match up with other things, let me know, and I'll fix it. I have to redo the whole thing nearly every time I do it, and there's a chance I'll leave something from the last time I did it. So here, like, see, there's chapters. See how I did that? This right here, themes 5. And here's all the chapters. How do I get into a chapter? It's really simple. Just click down, and there you go. That's so easy. All right. Now, you won't see all this. You'll see it in a student view. But I got to show you a whole lot here. I hope I've answered all the questions. The biggest thing is this is a 12-week course. And being that this is a 12-week course, you you don't have the luxury of me being able to wait that whole first week and then record no shows on Monday. You have to get them done. You have to get in the course that first week, but I've opened it early already, and you need to get some work done. I would prefer you get a lot of work done, but if you don't get anything done, then, and look, if you need Blackboard tutorials, they're right here. Some of this is old stuff, so you see how it's hidden. I don't need it. You'll never see that if it's hidden. So I go down here to this, chapter 1 and 2. I'm going to be looking to see what you got done in here. That's like test grades. I'd like for you to get all of it done. But if you don't have it all done, at least I can see you did work on it, and then I can't give you a no-show. I hope all this is clear to everybody. A few other things here. Let's see about this course. Here's the syllabus, and it should be right here. So it's a 12-week course, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have any questions still yet on this, do just email or message me, okay? Messaging me is probably the best way. If I don't answer you right away, it's because it probably got buried in the emails. So message me a few more times, and I'll try to get it, okay? And I'm very understanding. Sometimes students tell me about things that have happened, but listen, let's say something happened in your life, you get like 3 tries, and you can turn in work late. That's why I did that, because students would always email me, oh, I had this happen, or oh, I had that happen, can you reopen that? Well, now you can just turn in work, and you can turn in late. But here's the deal, it doesn't count off that much on you. Now, don't let it pile up on you, though, because the work can pile up on you. That's where I see some students fail. They let the work pile up on them, and that causes them to fail. Anyway, this is it, Art 100, and it's a 12-week course. You want to make sure that first week, uh, which the course actually starts on the 10th, but I've opened it up early. You have to have work done by Thursday night, because that Friday, which is the 14th, I have to do what? I think I'm right on that. Like, here's the 10th, here's the 14th, right there. See? And so I have to record no shows then. You might actually be doing work then, but I probably already counted you down as a no show. You want to get in here and get work done um, by at least this day, because that Friday of that week, I'm going to be recording no shows. Okay. I hope I've gone on about all this ad nauseum enough for where people can understand what they need to get done for the course. Okay. And I'm thinking that's about it for this video. Thank you.